Well, 45 minutes on this chip. It's the same one that I started using the last day, Sunday, of the Corvair get-together in Palm Springs, California. Because when I go to the last picture, the next picture is the first picture I took the last day when I was putting the starter bracket on the Turbo Weezer, which is in my barn right behind my driveway at my house. So every time I look at a big tree, we're not anywhere near the property, I think they're gonna fall down. I gotta clean them up. We went for a walk. We're in Vermont. We're walking on the path on Shelburne Bay, and it's just so beautiful here. I have to show you what I was doing. We were gonna go back to the house and cut up some more limbs and tidy things up. I said, no, we'll go there. We'll never stop. Need to take a day off. Get some different stuff for a change. Like ice on the edge of a rocky outcropping that's turned at 45 degrees from internal pressure. Oh, I'm on the ice. I didn't even realize. It's actually on the rock. There's Muggs. Good boy. He's funny looking. Who's your daddy, Muggs? What a perfect spot, huh? It isn't thin, it's actually very thick, but it's very slippery. Whoop! Going down. Not getting wet here. I'm gonna take a picture of you guys. Took a couple of short pictures. Ice. This is always the prettiest part of the bay. It faces north, I believe. Yep. I'm working on it. Climb up here. I don't want to slip and fall with the camera in one hand and the dog poop in the other. I gotta put my mitt back on. It's too cold. Hand is frozen. There. What a pretty spot. Sun's beating through the trees. What time is it? 2, maybe 1 or 2 o'clock? Yep, we're heading out. We're gonna go to Stowe and see if they have any snow. This is ridiculous. So warm here last week. Everything melted. Everything. Usually there's snowbanks, stuff that faces north, doesn't get hit by the sun, but nope. So I hear that Mr. Gas Sub Wild 8101 is using a new translation service. It's interesting how it uses formal words to translate stuff. When I do write him an email, I always use full words. I don't abbreviate because the translation service, I don't know how in depth it digs into the archives of words to figure out what I've written. Yep. Look how slow that cedar grew. Those tight rings. Anyhow, it uses a translation service, but when I type out an email or I type something into a forum, yeah, I noticed that it picks out words that are not misspelled, like Corvair. It wants to correct a Corsair. Obviously the word Corvair appears enough that you'd think the computer would figure out that it's an actual word. But no. So I don't know how successful it'll be translating stuff from my typed English to his legible Japanese. I heard that Google has a translation service that will translate speech. They demonstrated it on the radio. But because Mr. Gas Sub Wild does not speak English, and the Suburban that he bought, that he will keep forever, he purchased it from DeWitt, Iowa. Had he known me before he bought it, Whew, I'm out of breath. Maybe he would have bought one from California. 4-wheel drive. No rust. This one has a bit of rust. He bought it from an elderly couple. But it had 200,000 miles. 20-something years old. It has a bit of rust. Look at this big old tree. Wow. Stories that tree could tell, huh? It can only talk. Monster. Pine tree. Wow. Grizzled old tree. Wow. Monster. That's an old pine. 125 years old, maybe? There's one, too. Oh, my hand's cold. It's still cold here. It's gotta be 20 degrees today. What's that in Celsius? -5, -6. Old cedar tree. $50, $60-year-old pine tree. Kind of, sort of. So what's there to discuss today? VW Darren is having a get-together, I think the first week of May. Kisser was telling me he'd like me to go to Florida with him and drive something back so he could do some body work on it and make a few bucks. I suggested to him that instead of spending money every day on heating his body shop, he should buy a waste oil furnace. It's $5,000 delivered to his door. Oil tank, stand, furnace, air compressor, chimney, everything. $5,000 delivered. Then he'd pay for it in 200 days of heating at $30 a day. Paid for. Easy to install, easy to use. Collect your waste oil in the summer and burn it in the winter. The shop would be hot all the time. You wouldn't have that roaring salamander running to the shop to get some propane. Wasting his time, try to help. Hate to see people spin their wheels for nothing. $5,000. As soon as the weather breaks, he'll start working on Mrs. CW's Corvair. She doesn't want the ghost flames, but I insist she get ghost flames. She's going to paint it lavender with some diamond studded white ice pink pinstriped ghost flames. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. So Mr. CW and I will probably go to Florida. When's income tax time? Middle of March, end of March? We'll probably go just after that, once our income tax is filed. Go down for 10 days, visit her father. He stays there for 3 months. In Delray, just up the road from Fort Lauderdale, Hallandale. Maybe I'll take a visit and see where his little feller, VW Darren, ghetto wagon. Go to a junkyard. Touch a few rust-free cars in the junkyard. Phew! It's chilly. No wind, no breeze, nothing. Air is still. Every time I see a big pine tree, I think it's coming down. I'm gonna have to get my neighbor to clean it up. I told you. One guy came by in a rusted junk F-150 POS. Wanted 400 bucks. Too much. Took 90 minutes with a skilled neighbor with a big chainsaw. I missed the whole thing. Bugs me. Oh, there you are.
I'm going to climb this, so could you continue?
Can you just climb that?
Yeah. I'm just curious if I see any.
What are you doing? Going into the tree mugs?
You gotta turn off the camera because
I don't have the camera going.
Catch this on something.
I don't have the camera going. What are you doing there, Mr. Muggs? Wants to climb in the tree trunk and sleep in it. Alright, camera's off.